Trying to help out Eric here on the 7:15 second date update. Interesting first date. Heather brought her son on the date, who is 6 years old.
Yeah, but you know what? Eric was way cool with this. He said he was
It wasn't a surprise.
It wasn't a surprise, but he really liked her son. He said he was really cool that he even took him to a steak restaurant, and it seems like he would...
A steak restaurant, Lana?
A steak restaurant.
How about Outback Steakhouse? Come on now.
Restaurant.
Don't cheat me on that. Come on.
But no, I mean, he behaved. He said he was a really cool kid. He enjoyed hanging out with them, and he thought it went great. And, you know, for a guy to be okay with that, you know, I think it's a big deal.
That's a huge deal.
Yeah.
So he hasn't heard from Heather, though, since their date. We're going to try to call Heather right now.
Hello.
Hi, is this Heather?
Yeah, this is Heather.
Hey, Heather, this is JR, Lana, and Kevin over here at 99.5 QIK. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm great. I know this is a random call this morning.
Yeah.
Do you think we could talk to you for a second on the air? It's actually about a guy that's really into you and wants to take you out.
Oh, gosh.
Just a couple minutes.
Yeah, sure. I have a couple minutes.
All right, very cool. So here, I'll just lay it out for you. We heard from Eric. We know that you went to Outback Steakhouse with him, and you actually brought your son along because I guess your sitter canceled on you last minute. And he said he had a great time with you and that he really enjoyed getting to know your son a little bit, getting to know you a little bit, and was really looking forward to seeing you again and hanging out again and maybe doing something just you two or whatever. But he hasn't heard anything from you and is really trying to figure out what's going on. So we were hoping you could help us out and let us know, your side of things.
Yeah, I mean, it was a nice date, I suppose, but my son just wasn't a fan of Eric.
Your son wasn't a fan of Eric?
Yeah, he didn't get a good vibe from him. He didn't really like him. He's not really a pushy kid, but on the way home, he said, I don't like this guy for you. Like, I don't like him. And he just...
Wait, he's
and I asked him
6, right?
6.
Yeah, he's 6. Yep.
And he said that?
Yeah, he just didn't get a
Wow.
good vibe from him. And it's like, he said, I don't know about that guy. And, to me, it's just important for my son to be to be comfortable with who I'm dating.
Of course.
So I just have to go with my son on this one.
But as far as what you witnessed, did you feel like they got along? I mean, because he said they were talking and joking around and stuff.
I mean, my child is pretty polite, so he'll talk to someone that I said I was introducing him to a friend, that was going on a quick date. But I didn't think my son was like over the moon. He wasn't uncomfortable the whole time, but he wasn't, his chipper self. He was
Excuse
drawing
me.
a lot.
He's 6. What does he know about dating and relationships?
I mean, he knows people. He's a good judge of character, and he's never said that to me before about anyone before. So,
all right,
maybe Eric had made an impression on him. I really didn't want to get into it because I didn't want to, harp too much on it. It was just one date.
Well, here's the deal, Heather. We actually have Eric on the phone with us. That's how we got your number, and I want to bring him back on. Eric.
Yeah. Hi. I'm confused. So we're taking dating advice from a 6-year-old now?
I mean, you can call it dating advice, but he just didn't feel comfortable with you, and I have to make sure my son is comfortable with who I am spending my time with.
I mean, he was literally coloring most of the time, so I don't understand. Like, what did I do?
I mean, to be honest, I really didn't ask him what it was about you that bothered him. He just didn't get a good vibe from you. He didn't think that you were a nice guy, and a nice guy for me specifically. He didn't say that you were a bad person. He just didn't think that you were right for me.
I was nothing but a nice guy. Like, I bought both your meals, was a total gentleman. I honestly, I had no idea what I did wrong. This was like I was super cool with him coming in the first place.
Eric sounds like an awesome guy.
Yeah, Heather, there was no follow-up question from you to your son, like, hey, what was it about Eric that you didn't like? Because, I mean, if your son wasn't there, did you have a good time, Heather?
I mean, I had a good time, but, I didn't ask my child what made him not trust or, dislike Eric. And Eric, like you're right. You didn't do anything wrong. I mean, thank you for taking us out. It was a nice dinner, but I don't know. I just have to really trust my son's instinct if he felt like you weren't a good guy.
Do you take your son on all your dates?
No. This
kind of sounds like maybe you do.
No, she said She said that he's never said anything like this before.
The 6-year-old saying he's not good. He's not good for her. So how, was he comparing this to other men?
I don't know.
What's going on
We
here?
shouldn't probably get mad at a 6-year-old right now. We're talking to Heather. Okay. So anyway, good God. Heather, is this going to be a deal breaker for you though?
I mean, unfortunately, yes. I don't know. I really have to trust my child's instincts. And
without any follow-up.
I have to respect his wishes too. Like if he doesn't want me to date you, then I'm going to listen to that.
Okay, well, first off, I can't believe I'm getting turned down by a 6-year-old. But more than that, I'm sure this won't be the last guy your son doesn't like. I'm sure, no one's going to be good enough. So good luck with that.
All right. Well, I'm sorry it didn't work out. Eric, Heather, thanks for coming on with us today. You guys have a great day.
Thank you.
All right.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
I think Eric just dodged a bullet with that one.
But what is Heather supposed to say? I mean, if her son says that to her, what is she supposed to do? I feel like she's in a tough spot too.
Well, you can tell by dating somebody if they're a good person, and then you can introduce them to your children. You got to get to know somebody first and kind of figure out the kind of person they are. You don't go straight from a 6-year-old. All
right, this will be interesting to see what you have to say. 800-992-1099. 800-992-1099.